Top 5 westerns. Let's do it. Coming in at number 5, bang, Back to the Future, number 3. This is a bit of a cheap one for me because I love the Back to the Future series and I love westerns. So I get Back to the Future, there's an awesome train scene in it, so I get a little bit of futuristic stuff along with my western, so good cheap. If you haven't seen a Back to the Future 3, because I know it's not as popular as number 1 and number 2, it's definitely good for a good western. Good props, good scenery, good everything. Trains. That's number 5. Number 4. The Good, the Bad and the Ugly. This movie was ahead of its time, and there's a big series of Clint Eastwood movies, Fistful of Dollars, A Few Dollars More, The Good, the Bad and the Ugly. Definitely my favourite out of the bunch. I do like A Few Dollars More. It's good as well. I like Fistful of Dollars as well, but I mean ahead of its time because the camera work and everything like that on these movies was it amazes me still. I mean, it was made in like 1966, and the camera work was amazing, and even just the way certain scenes, it kind of reminds me of like Quentin Tarantino style back in those days. So if you haven't seen The Good, the Bad and the Ugly, definitely check it out. That's number 4. Number 3. The Lone Ranger. I'm probably going to cop some stick for this, but I don't care. It's my favourite westerns. I actually love all westerns, but these are my top 5 at the moment. And I know a lot of people don't like this film. I'll even say this, near the end, the movie for me gets a little bit far-fetched, but I've watched it so many times, I'm starting to see past it all, and I love the music, I love the train scene, I love that it's got a bit of everything in it. It's got mines, it's got everything that you want for a good western movie, especially the all the backdrop with all the rock mountains and everything. Awesome movie, good train scene. Definitely recommend it. It gets a bad rap, but I like it. Johnny Depp, I think, gets a bad rap in it, but I mean, I like it, so it's number 3 for me, The Lone Ranger. Let's get into number 2. Woo! 3:10 to Yuma. Yuma, I don't know, I'm Australian, so Yuma. It's got my boy Russell Crowe in it. He's Aussie. It's got Christian Bale in it. I really like this movie. Again, this is just an awesome western all round. I mean, I don't get bored watching it. It's just, I really like everything about it. So that's why this is my number 2. Be careful. What's number 1? Boom! Number 1, the best western ever made, in my opinion. Nothing beats this movie, Tombstone. Wyatt Earp, Doc Holliday, Wild Bill. It's the best western movie ever made, in my opinion. I've been watching this since I was a kid, and I've loved it since I was a kid. There's also another one called Wyatt Earp with Kevin Costner in it. Not too bad. It's because Tombstone is about Wyatt Earp, but this definitely takes the cake, and this has got to be number 1 for me. I do like a lot of westerns, so I'm going to give some honourable mentions to The Quick and the Dead. I love The Quick and the Dead. I also love all the Clint Eastwoods, as I mentioned. I also love, hang on a second. A Million Ways to Die. A Million Ways to Die in the West. I wasn't sure exactly on the title, but A Million Ways to Die in the West, another honourable mention. Unforgiven, another awesome Western. Won awards and everything. I mean, I know this is in a lot of people's top 5s, top 10s, whatever. It would be in my top 10, but it's not in my top 5. It's a bit slow for me at the start. Doesn't really get going for me. Definitely Clint Eastwood sets the tone and everything like that, but I mean, I'd choose Tombstone over Unforgiven any day of the week. I can watch this day in, day out. That's my top 5 westerns.